Welcome back to the Thorpe 1999 project. Before I jump into the main build, I want to quickly show you something I added since the last video. I've created a new rust material for the submarine that sits on top of depth charge, and it really makes a difference. It breaks up the flat colours, gives the submarine a more weathered and realistic look, and overall makes the whole model feel more finished. Now on to the main event, and stick around to the end, because I'll be showing off some in-game footage with some working mechanics. I started this build with the operator's stand. It's the little control booth where the ride operator would manage everything. It's elevated above the station platform, and that's for a practical reason. The boats come off the return conveyor and line up here before they're put into place for the riders. For now, I've just built the stand itself, but later I'll be filling it out with the control panels and equipment that I plan to make work one day. Just in case you haven't seen, there's currently a competition that I'm running, and it's free to enter. You'll have a chance to get your hands on one of the custom embroidered Thorpe Park 1999 hats, 3D printed logo keychain, and stickers. So enter before the 18th of October by 4 PM, where I'll be announcing the 9 winners live from Thorpe Park. From there, I moved on to the most important mechanism of the ride, the tilting roller tables. These are what make depth charge function. They're the platforms that angle the boats down onto the slides, sending them on their way. I began with a base, then built up a sidewall, and adjusted the proportions several times to make sure they looked right. Once I was happy with the fit, I mirrored the walls onto the other side and added a back wall to complete the frame. If you're enjoying the project and want to dive deeper behind the scenes, consider joining the community on Patreon. You'll get access to exclusive content, early builds of the game, and some great rewards along the way. Massive thanks to all the current supporters. Every bit of support helps keep the project moving. Now back to it. With the base finished, I started modelling the tables themselves. I kept it simple at this stage. Just the core shape with a hinge point where the rollers will eventually go. I held off on making the rollers this time because I had a plan for testing them inside Unreal, which you'll see a little bit later. After getting the structure complete, I brought everything into Unreal Engine. Before I jump into the gameplay footage, I wanted to show a few screenshots of the ride as it looks right now. So, here's depth charge. We'll go up the spiral queue line that winds its way up the frame. Now we're going up to the top where the station platform is now in place. The new operators stand, the tilting mechanisms sitting right where they should, and now for the fun part. Here you can see the tables actually tilting on a timer. For now, it's a simple coded loop to prove the mechanism works, but it already feels like a huge step forward. This is the first time one of the ride's major functions has been coded in, and it's a big milestone for this build. There's still a lot more to come, but I think this first test is a great foundation, and I can't wait to show you what I've got planned for the finished version of Depth Charge. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.